The two most common complaints I hear from people who have ordered as seen on TV products is that the order was canceled after they ordered it, or that it took months to arrive. Both of those scenarios, my friends, are part of test marketing. It's an inconvenient yet necessary part of as seen on TV marketing. Instead of a product review today, I'm going to shed a little light on the as seen on TV industry's test marketing practices. I'm James White, and this is Freakin' Reviews. Say I've just invented a new product called the Magic Bean. It's going to cost me about $5 to market it. I'm going to sell it for about 20 bucks, and I want to test it out by advertising it, but I'm not sure if people are going to want to buy my Magic Bean. So how do I do that? Test marketing. So instead of producing a bunch of Magic Beans that I'm not sure I can sell, I'm just going to produce one. I'll create an ad for it, I'll put it on Facebook, Google, and television, and I'll see what kind of response I get. But that is where it gets interesting. All right, let's say we need 1,000 orders to make this Magic Bean worth selling. Now there's several possible scenarios. Say we advertise it on television and Facebook and we get about 200 orders. Well, that's obviously not going to be enough to sell it, so what we're going to do, we're going to cancel this product, cancel all the orders, and we may or may not tell everybody that we're not going to charge their credit card. That's what happens when a test marketed product fails. This is another scenario. What happens when you go over here and you get 10,000 orders for it? You're going to be saying, holy smokes, I got to call China, get our factory on these right away because they're going to have to deliver these. Now, obviously, these 10,000 orders are not going to arrive in a week or two. It's going to take a while for the factory to produce them. So what happens is you go into backorder status. So when you check your order, it's going to be in backorder status, and it could take you, maybe 60 days to receive your product that you ordered. They're not going to charge your credit card until it ships. So it's going to take you about 2 months to get your product, assuming the factory in China can deliver on time. Once these 10,000 orders ship, then they produce more, and those go into the stores. And that's the ones that I tend to buy right there, the ones that everybody can buy easily by walking into your nearest store and buying it. But what also happens is up here, between the 10,000 orders and when they're shipped, somewhere in here, they might actually have to change the design of the product a little bit. I think that was the case with Clean Reach because the Clean Reach that's available in stores looks different than the one that was advertised and that's still shown on the website. I believe that was a prototype they advertised, and the one in stores looks a little bit different. But there's also a third scenario where we go back to the drawing board right here. If it wasn't a success the first time around, sometimes they'll go back to the drawing board and tweak it just a little bit, especially if they really believe in the product, and they start the process all over again. And sometimes it actually works. In late 2016, early 2017, there was a product called Fur Wizard that was advertised on television. Didn't really do too well, but they went back to the drawing board. They changed the name under the Hurricane brand to Hurricane Fur Wizard, made it blue, and it was a huge success. It's kind of a tough situation on both sides of it. Think about it. If you're a consumer watching an as seen on TV ad, you don't know if it's been around for over a year like Tac Light or a few months like Tac Glasses, or it's something that's being test marketed and doesn't even really exist yet. And the as seen on TV marketers know this, and it's a good business decision for them to not highlight the fact that it's being test marketed, because if nobody bought test marketed products, none of them would ever arrive on store shelves. And they can't exactly produce a large quantity of every idea they have because that would run them out of business. So the unfortunate reality is that the as seen on TV marketers have no choice but to make guinea pigs out of the consumers. It's also difficult to know what's being test marketed and what isn't, because something you see advertised could be a couple years old or a couple of weeks old. The only way I really find out is to go on to whois.com. I put the website address and search on that and look at the registration date. If it's a couple weeks old, it's probably being test marketed. If it's a couple years old, it probably isn't. The other thing to do is to look at Amazon or in stores and see if they're being sold there. Obviously, those are not being test marketed if you can find them at other locations. Now, not all as seen on TV products test market in that way, but that is a common scenario. Have you ordered a product only to have it canceled or have it shipped months later? Tell me your experience in the comments below. I'll be back next time with another as seen on TV review. Until next time, this is James White with Freakin' Reviews.